start. Beetje wachten. Ik heb dat eerste interview ontdekt dat er 10 seconden vertraging zit op de intro. Voor die topic. Okay, and here we are again with my next guest. What's your name and what brings you to JCON?
Hey, Frank. My name is Brian Vermeer. I work for Sneak. And what brings me to JCON? I have a session here tomorrow. So that's primarily why I'm here. And today it's just browsing around and meeting with all the people that are involved within the Java space and saying hi to them.
We just mentioned it. The hallway track is the most important track.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. I think the hallway track is the most important track because uh, it's an old saying. It's not what you know, it's who you know, or it's also who you know. And to get these connections back and keep these relationships up to speed, I think that is so important to create collaborations. But also, if you don't know something, there's always somebody in this network that knows how to solve certain things. If it's a technical issue or a specific framework issue or something like that. So this is why these connections are so important because then it makes my work easier.
It makes your work easier. It's also a tool to grow your career for most people, I learned. So asking people how to grow your career is also an important topic here.
I think so. I think it's undervalued in a lot of companies that conferences are a great way to grow your career because it's not the content is great. Don't get me wrong. Like that's primarily why you come, but talking to people and getting new insights on how to solve certain problems, like-minded people, which might have the same problems or have a different solution to a certain problem. You can talk along with them, but also if you know certain people from a certain specific mindset or specific subject matter expertise, let's say that. I know where to go next time if I need the security guy or I need the Spring Boot guy or like, hey, if I need the Spring Boot guy, I'm currently friends with Josh and like I'm just giving him a call or he can point me to the right direction. Also, like I need something from like I'm working with IBM technology, and I know people there. So like, who is the right person to connect with them because we have a problem with it, and I don't understand it, which is fine. But because of that, you start to learn people. But also, if you want to grow your career or move, like you at least know people to move yourself because I think most of these opportunities come by conversation and not by application, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I think it's a great way to grow your career.
Another great way, so it's joining conferences. It's also joining jugs. I think you have something that you are involved in some jugs.
Yes, I am. I'm involved with the NLJUG, the Netherlands Java User Group. For instance, we create and organize two of the major conferences in the Netherlands. But next to that, we do some other things as well. But I think for jugs and jug meetings or however a jug is situated, not all jugs do meetups. I think it's great to connect on that level as well because it does like it's just a smaller setting, so it's easier to have a conversation, and I think that is valuable. Conversations like this are very valuable, not to only showcase what you are doing, but also and inspire other people, but also the other way around because I'm talking to people like, oh, that is actually a cool thing to do. I want to play with that, but can you help me start out? So it makes my technical skill better, which is an improvement for my career, but also because I know people, if there are opportunities and they know, like, hey, I need somebody with expertise X, Y, or Z. Maybe I should ask that person. So um, it's just like, hey, if I need somebody to renovate my house, I'm not going on the internet to find out who is the best contractor. I probably will ask my family or my neighbors, like, hey, who did the job at your place because it looks great. I think it's similar to that.
Um, Next to the conference, the jug, with the NL jug, you also have a magazine, a paper magazine. The same for JCON. They also have this magazine. Is this still relevant, paper, in this current days?
Oh, that's a great question. I think it is because it is offline, as in you don't need a screen. You can take it with you. Like we make always a joke, like you can read it on the toilet. And I'm not taking my. Yeah, you can take your phone to the toilet, but I'm not taking my laptop to the toilet, if you know what I mean. But I think it's easier to read. You just grab it and you read an article. And I think on the other hand, is also good for people to start with sharing, start writing, have a printed thing, like you feel you actually achieved something. I know my first articles in Java Magazine. I still have it. I still have the physical edition, and it's just memorabilia now. But it's a thing for me. Like, hey, I did this. So it's from different angles. I think it's still relevant. Yes.
How should people start contributing to the magazine or to a jug or to a conference? How can they get into this world of what we see here, becoming a public speaker or an author of articles?
I think it depends on what you want. Like, um, writing is not for everybody. Speaking is not for everybody. Some people are more, say, in creating videos or more into writing instead of speaking, or the other way around. So figure out what you want. That's one thing. But I think it starts with attending. I think with attending and asking questions and being interactive. It's just like if you're going into a talk and you don't have to do it publicly, but say afterwards to the speaker, like, I have a question. If you actually have a question, dare to ask it to the speaker because they want to connect with you as well. And that's how you contribute. Like, with that question, you already contributed and you can move from there because, like, talk to new people. Like, hey, what do you think of this? Or if there's already a conversation going, maybe you can go into that conversation and give your opinion on things. And it doesn't need to be big or brutal. It can be like, yeah, I agree. I think so. We had the same thing. And that makes you grow your community. And then if you did something like I think everybody is able to create a blog post or even a conference talk. Start small. Start for instance at meetups. Like, like, share whatever you did and why that is relevant to everybody else. And it can be something that is either new, but it can also be an old technology. But you have probably a specific use case, and that makes it interesting because it's your use case, your problem, and how you solved it, which in what conditions. That make people think like, okay, so this can be a good solution, or maybe like we shouldn't be doing that because whatever. So I think everybody's personal story and personal angle to a story can be a blog post, a video, a thing, and you can or a talk, and you can share that and start small and grow your posture and grow your audience, I guess.
And you can also share on Foojay, of course.
Absolutely, that's a great way to do. Absolutely, yeah, yes. If you even if you already have written something for your personal blog or your company blog or something like that, it's a great way to repost this on Foojay to make sure that it gets more attention.
I want to go back to asking a question. So at the end of a talk, people in the audience can ask questions. A lot of people don't feel comfortable doing so, but as you say, just go up to the speaker after the talk and ask it directly.
That's one way of doing that. Obviously, like here at JCON, they use Slido, which is probably a good way to do it more anonymous. But I would say go after the talk, go to the speaker, or like if most speakers are around for the full conference, go to the speaker afterwards. Maybe not like right after the talk, but maybe a few hours later or tomorrow. It's fine. Or connect with the speaker on one of the social media platforms. Everybody is on Blue Sky or the other platform with the bird, or Mastodon or LinkedIn, and feel free. Like, hey, I saw your talk at JCON. I have a question. Like, how do you solve X or Y? And most of the people will be more than happy to help you out, and that's a connection.
Thanks a lot for all the knowledge, for everything you share here, and have fun at the conference.
Thanks, Frank.